In this video, we are going to discuss the Spring Boot project. But in my previous video, I have already explained what is the Spring Boot and how to create the first Spring Boot and how to test by the Postman. So this is the next video session. I will use the Spring Initializer to create the structure of the Spring Boot project. Then I will show you all the crude operation how we can do through the Spring Boot. And this is the end-to-end project. So please watch the full video. And one thing, I have already made many videos, if you see, um, on the dependency injections and then MVC, then ORM, and all those videos are hands-on. So just you open the Eclipse for my video and you done. So your code would be done. So very easy. So it is for this session. So let me just quick first what I have already explained Spring Framework. So this Spring Framework make the easy life of the Java developer because it comes so many framework inbuilt like the dependency injection, MVC, AOP, ORM that make the lives easy, right? And Spring makes Java simple, modern, and the productive. And starting it was only had the DI, MVC, and ORM, but days goes and they have add many more ecosystem component in the ecosystem, right? And if you see now we have the huge number of the components in the Spring Framework. So it is too much big now, right? So now the problems also come in the Spring Framework because it has a huge framework. You have to do the multiple setup, multiple configurations, and you have to take care for the version dependency, everything. So that's why Spring Boot come in the market to make the life easy of the developer. And just it is a simple Java plain code that you have to do that, and one dependency would be sufficient, and developers can focus on their business logic instead of having all the infrastructure things, right? So these are the definitions of the Spring Boot, and of course this is the open source and making the helpful to set up the Spring Framework ecosystem. And also nowadays Spring Boot is very useful to create the microservices. So if you don't know what is the microservice design pattern, I would request please go to these videos and watch that what is the microservices design pattern. Okay, move forward. This is the way we can set up the Maven, and we can start the Spring Boot application just in 3 steps that I will show you. And all the magic is coming from the Spring application, and it will create the all your Tomcat or the dependencies on behalf of you. Okay, and I will show you how to make the control. It is super duper easy, that we will show here. So in this video what I am going to do that, you have already studied, right, the MVC and more model view control approach, and they connect the database, and all the code are in the same code base, right? But through the Spring Boot, we are going to expose the REST API that I have explained what is the REST API in the previous video. So you have to just pass the model. You do not take care for the view. So view is not there in this design pattern. Just you have to pass the model or accept the model through the REST API, and those REST API would be calling by the any other language or the web portal for the mobile, right? So when you create the REST API, you must should have the one controller that will catch your request, and according to the request they will get the different service layer to perform the tasks, and that service layer will connect the DOR layers, and they will connect database and give the required data to you. And in the REST API we have get, post, put, delete, many methods are there that we are going to see now. Okay, so let us start the demo. So what you have to do, first go and open the browser and type Spring Initializer, and here in Spring Initializer Maven, choose the Maven project Java. I am choosing the Java 8 because I have in my Eclipse I have Java 8, and give any name. I am giving the Binod Suman. You can give any name, and here I will give artifact Spring Boot code project, right? And you have to add the 3 main important dependencies. So first Spring Wave, second go and search the JPA, and third MySQL. So I am going to add the MySQL. So I would request you also install the MySQL. I have already installed here. If you see, this is the MySQL. If you show, it is showing many database. I have one YouTube database that I will use for this demo. So you can connect YouTube database, and then you can show many tables are there, right? So we create the new table and do the operations from scratch. So I would say also you install the MySQL, right? And then just you have to click on the generator. So now you can see that it will download the one zip file to you. Let me show that download. So just now this came, right? Spring Boot zip, it is downloaded, right? And now you have to just unzip it, and you have to import in your Eclipse, right? So go to the Eclipse here, come here and import, right? You have to do import, and import, go to the Maven and see the existing project in the Maven, okay? And give the path of that to where you have downloaded. So we download into the download folder. This is the project, and just open it and finish. So you will see one the project here. If you see here, if I can show you, this is Spring Boot code project, right? We'll be working on that only. So here thing so easy. Project, first you need one entity. So entity means it will compete on my student. So you first need the entity, right? So first we go and create one entity. So go here, class, make the project name as a entity, sorry, dot entity, and give the student. And student, I will make row number, private string name, private string city name, right? And you need one default constructor for this one, for the Spring framework. Right click, source, and do the one setter getter, right? Generate the constructor. I will see whether it is required or not. We will see that. And then we need the source setter getter, or the files, the setter getter. And now you have to inform this student is my entity, and yeah, it is working, right? And also you have to inform this is my ID, right? And this is up to you whether you want to add the column on all those or not, because we have the same name in database also. I want to same name, so it should be the optional, okay? So I made it now. So thing is that now what I have to make it according to this diagram, we have to make the controller, right? So first I will make the controller. So again come here and make the class and give the package name controller, and give the name student controller, right? Once you give the student controller, so we have to work in the controller, and you have to inform this is my REST controller, right? We are exposing the REST. Do not use the controller is for the MVC. We are going to use the REST controller, right? So we need the REST controller, okay? And now we have to make many more method here. So what I will say, first I will add one method for student. So I need one method who can add the student. So what I will do, I will say public string, I will say why public string, and give the add student, and you have to pass the student, right? And from here I will call to service class, and service class I will call some method who can save student, right? So I need one service class, right? But before that, how it will get the data from the how how we can get the data through the rest for the student. So we have already know that we can use the request mapping or the post mapping, because I need the data, and you can give the name for the URL is the add, right? And of course we need request body, that we have already discussed in the previous. What is the request body? Request body, it will take the data from your request and do that, and it is asking something return. So I will do that, means I need one service, right? Service where that can give this facility, right? So let us first repeat here and go and create the service. We will come back here because it required need the service. Create one package for the service, and student service we make it here, right? So what I have to do, that in service you have to annotate with the service, so Spring can understand this is the service. And here we should have some method, right? So if I have some method, that this kind of method means public string add student, right? Same kind of method, because this is a code separation, so I cannot use the business logic in the controller, so I make the service layer. And here now if you see, I came here controller to service, but from service I should not supposed to connect the database, that should connect by the DAO layer. So here something DAO layer should be there who can save student, right? And we don't have the DAO layer. So stop here and make the DAO. So go class package DAO and student DAO, right? So now in DAO layer, what you have to do, in DAO layer we need some method, right? We need some method, right? We need some method that can um, yeah, they can save student, right? They can save, and I can give the students so they can save student, right? The similar way we should have some method delete student, right? If I give the row number, they can delete the student, right? The same way if you have the something save, or if I send the bulk student, right, list of student. So what we are going to do, that we will take the advantage of the Spring and we are not going to make the method. So what you have to do, you just make this method is already there in some interface, right? I will show the interface. For time being, make this student DAO as an interface and implement, because this is the both are interface, so I'm going to use the extend and use the JPA repository. I will tell you what is this. And JPA repository, you tell him what is your entity and what is the ID. We have choose the integer, right? And that's it. So now if you go and see that all the method is already there, you no need to do anything. Find all, save all, save, all the methods are already there, so we no need to create anything. Okay, so come back and and take the advantage of it, and you are not going to make any method here. We will just take the advantage of it. It is the empty, just extended this one. Okay, now come to the service. Now in service we will go to implement all the method, because now I have with me student DAO, right? And you have to do the auto wiring, so you need this object and Spring Boot to take care everything auto wired. Okay, now you want to add the student, so just you now I have the DAO, right? So just go and save DAO, save student, that's it, and return one message that new student has been added into database. And also you can say what was his raw number, right? You can say that. That's it. I have to make the little bit here. So now we have the DAO. Now we can do anything. So we add students. So we can add the bulk student also. So I will give the name for that, add students. So over here it would be the list of student, right? So I will pass the list of student, and for that I have to call the save all. Make the students, it will look good. Import util.list. So you can say that all new student has been saved in database. I don't want to print all the raw number. Okay, we wait for time being. Okay, so now this is done. Now we can also have the command, so we can delete that raw number, right? So we can have the delete, update. So I'm just for time saving, I have the copy paste. So delete method. So in the delete, first you have to take the row number and then take the student, and then you can delete that, right? Raw number is delete. Update is the same method, same method, as per the ID they will do that, right? So now if you want to fetch the one student, right? So how we can do that? So what you have to do for fetching the one student? So I will say get student, give the raw number, and it will give the raw number. So now I have done the DAO layer and the service layer. Now come to the controller part, right? So in the controller, what I will do here, now first we need the service layer in our controller class, right? So first you have to do the, what is our service layer name? Student service layer, right? And also here you can do the auto wiring with the boot will take care of everything. And now here you can call the student service, and they will student service, and they will save your data, right? So you have to just call the add student, right? They will add the student, and it will also return the message that one student has been saved, right? Similar way you can do the bulk add. If you have many students, one shot you want to do that, I said the bulk add, right? And the same way if you want to delete and update, so both method I am putting here. So for the deleting purpose you have to all and give the raw number, anything you can give that, but I will pass the raw with the path variable. In update I will take the new things, right? So all the CRUD operation is done, and we have only if you want to fetch one particular student, so how you can do that? So for that also I need one method. They will return the one student when you pass the roll number, right? As you know, by default it is getting, either you can put the request mapping or the get mapping is okay, no problem. Now everything is done, so this is time for the testing now. And in the student, I think I have forgot to, yeah, I have forgot to give the table name. So in student, I forgot to give the table name, so you have to come here and give table and name, and you give the student records or something, uh, student, just for student spring records. Okay, that I have missed that. Now everything should be fine. And in application dot properties, make this direct. Okay, okay, now everything is fine. Let me start again. So go here and run that. The moment you run, they will create one table, and then table name should be student spring records. If they are creating this, everything is fine. So go, and right now this table is not there, right? This student spring records is not there. So now record is coming, so everything is working fine. So now we go open the Postman and you can check everything. So first we will add some student, right? So 8080, and if you see in the controller, what is the bulk add or single add, anything. Okay, let me take the bulk add first. So, or take the single add. So add and post, right? So go here, make the post and add, and give, not give the two name, give the one name only, right? So I will show how to add the two name, but first give the one name. You have to go the body and you have to give the name, and you have to post and add everything. Okay, and hit this. It is saying new student has been added. Come in the database and check maybe it is added or not. Student underscore whispering dot records. Now you can see this is add. Now try to add in the bulk, it is adding or not. In the bulk, what is this? We have to use the bulk add, right? So again you go and add the bulk add, post, add the two things. This time it will be change, okay, and then post. This is the post, be careful. Student save is two more student I have added. Now check it is working. Yes, it is added two more, right? Now go fast and check one by one all the methods. We check this method, this method. Now I have to delete one method, delete one student, right? Row number. So I will delete the triple one two. So how I can delete? We have to use the delete method, right? And all and the row number I have to give. So go and choose the delete method, and what is the URL, all, and give the row number triple one two, right? This is here. So right now this triple one two is there, that should be delete. Is deleted. Now this one triple one two should not be there. It is not there, right? We tested. Now test the put. Put means update. So now I want to update one record. So for the update you have to put or add. So what I will do it, I will change this name, updated something you give, and you have to choose the put method, and with the put method you have to add only just. So now 1140 should be updated. Okay, it didn't update, it is giving something error. So now go and check any error is there. delete student which row number is this one. Okay, let me check. This row number is not exist yet, right? So 1140 is there. Let me check is deleted or not. It is not deleted. 1140, right? 1140, we have to do the delete, not the put. Delete, and with the delete, deleted we have done, we are putting, right? We are checking, right? So updated or not. So sorry, so we have to go and put and make one more updated and check this working or not. And for the put we have the add, right? So I should give the same name throughout. Updated. Now you go and check it. This is the updated, right? So we check everything updated. Now take one student if I want. So I want to one student. So let me take the student 2210. It is coming or not? Okay. So get what is the student all raw number, right? All raw number 2210. Get. Come to the service where and use this method. Find by okay. So in the get student you use this method. Run it again. And here get all 2210 get, and if you do it here you are getting the output, right? So I show everything from end to end, and I will try to share the code also. Please be kind and subscribe the channel and like and share the videos, right? Thank